Trust This Robot here, and we have what was in the news for AI for September 21st through the 27th. And we are going to start today by talking about a robot that is an artist, an AI robot. And WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, is trying to determine whether robots should own their own intellectual property. You can see when I'm scrolling through here that this robot has created its own art and has been able to sell the art for $1.27 million. This is a pretty cool sculpture created by Ada. Here's a picture of Ada painting this painting right here. And if Ada was able to sell it for $1.27 million, a couple of questions are: one, does it go to the developers that created the algorithm, the programmers, or does it go to Ada? I know that when it comes to the dollar, the fiat currency dollar, you have to be an organization, institution, or human in order to be able to receive that dollar or have that currency assigned to you. But if you are on the blockchain, you can receive cryptocurrency if you are an algorithm or software. So it'll be interesting to see as our financial system evolves, if we move over to a cryptocurrency-based system, can an AI then receive the $1.27 million and have it go directly to that AI? Some interesting questions here. So, who owns the copyright to it? Who gets paid for it? Is it the programmers? Is it the AI? And that's kind of what this exhibition is about, is bringing those questions to light. So I thought that was a good one for this week. YouTube, they're going to be bringing back human moderators. Back in April, when the pandemic started in March, they decided in April to have an AI go through and do all of the moderation. But they're now determining that from April until June, 11 million of their videos were flagged. And 50% of the 11 million were taken down and removed. So what's that? 5.5 million videos that YouTube and the creators did not receive anything for advertising. So I think YouTube's probably just as much as the creators wanting to be able to get the advertising for the videos and not have as many taken down. So they're going to be bringing human moderators back to see if humans can have a little bit more context to the things that are getting flagged and maybe have fewer of them removed. So that I thought was interesting. And I will have links to all this stuff below if you want to be able to read a little bit more about it. So this is a video that started kind of getting passed around on the interwebs that I thought was worth sharing with you guys. It was about 20 years ago that he said this, and I thought, smart guy.
One thing I wanted to say is don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. And the prize is the soul. So, let's be careful.
Pretty insightful, Prince. Like the part of, you can get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. And now all kinds of wearables are coming out. All right, so Microsoft, talking about OpenAI's groundbreaking GPT-3 text generator. So Microsoft has obtained the exclusive rights to the code that has written GPT-3 text generator. You are still able to use the text generator on OpenAI's site, but the code is now exclusive to Microsoft. And back here in May, Microsoft, it was announced that they were getting rid of most of their journalists to be able to replace them with robots. And I think we know what's now replacing them. So, little conclusion to that one. So Photoshop has been implementing AI into their software, and this is a new one that they're releasing, which looks like something that every single influencer is going to have a sunset in their Instagram posts. But I was watching the video in this article, and it's pretty freaking seamless. Let's see if I can scroll back up. Come on, you can do it. All right, so I'm going to play this for you if the computer will let me. Oh my God, I have all these tabs open and it's struggling. All right. Anyways, it's seamless. We're going to move forward. All right, so Regina wins a $1 million Association for the Advancement of Artificial Intelligence Squirrel AI Award. So she is a breast cancer survivor herself, and has decided that with her experience of being a professor of electrical engineering and computer science at MIT, that she is going to work on developing an AI that can help to detect breast cancer before humans basically can detect it. So that's one of the things that she's working on, and one of the reasons that she won the award. Just wanted to give a little kudos to her. The next thing that I thought was a good one that came out this week is this company is basically having drones plant seeds, and not just having drones fly over areas that have deforestation and dropping a bunch of seeds. They're actually doing mapping with AI to map out the area before they're sending the drones in, so that they're being strategic about it and dropping it in places that will not only, accept the seeds and actually, grow the seeds. Anyone who has done gardening knows you can't just throw seeds and have them grow. You need to, dig a hole, put it in there, etc. So Hawaii is the 29th state to be able to set aside some roadway for autonomous vehicles. It looks like they have passed the legislative bill known as HB 2590. Governor David Ige, as Act 21, the Hawaiian Department of Transportation is mindfully authorized. Okay, a bunch of legalese there, but basically Hawaii is now setting aside some roadway for self-driving cars. This company, Wilson Logistics, in 2022, they're going to have 1,000 trucks that will be autonomous, but they're not going to be like autonomous trucks that are just driving on the freeways. I'll read this to you. Locomotion system is not entirely autonomous, as opposed to truly driverless technologies and others. It requires at least one driver to be alert and in control at all times. This driver is the lead driver, and it pilots a follower truck. So whenever you see the two trucks in tandem, it's looking like here in the future, potentially the one following behind is an AI that's kind of using the one in front as a lead, if I'm understanding this correctly, which then brings up the question of, can a car get in between the two trucks, and will that screw things up? I don't know, just a question I had. All right, so this one, so Disney Channel decided on Disney Plus to resurrect a show from 1999 called Smart House, which feels a little predictive programming-ish to me.
Ow! You didn't tell me that thing was gonna bite me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just Pat's way of getting to know you. Angie Cooper, age 9, 52 inches tall, 62 pounds, blonde hair, brown eyes, 12% body fat, had measles and one early case of pneumonia, no broken bones.
Whoa. How'd you know all that?
The bite. The bite you felt was a tiny microscopic blood and tissue sample. She analyzed your DNA, registered your body temperature, and then broke down your entire medical history. Wow. Impressive. The thing about Pat is the more time she spends with you, the more she learns. So before long, she's going to know more about you than you know yourself.
Well, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? I mean, it's like Big Brother is watching you, only Big Brother turns out to be your house.
Well, she's not interested in judging you or spying on you, Mr. Cooper. Nick, she just wants to understand you better so she can make your life as simple and comfortable as possible.
Hey, sounds great to me.
So move on. Let me give you...
All right, you get the idea. So that is all that I have for you guys for September 21st through 27th. Again, I'm going to have links to all of this stuff down below. And have a great week. I'll be back next week with more AI in the news. Talk to you soon. Bye.